So we got a little bit of a delay. We're live. Hey everybody, welcome to the VRaaS Cast Live number 15. My name is Mohammed
I'm Jason Willingham.
and we are Austin VR Lab, and we created the VRaaS Cast and the VRaaS Company. And by VRaaS, we mean Virtual Reality as a Service. Austin VR Lab is a full-scale virtual reality services firm, and we'll get into a little bit about what that actually means and share some stories of how this all got started and where we've been, and maybe even talk a little bit about where we plan to go.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we're so glad you could join us. One of the reasons we like to do this live is we really want to interact with you. We want to answer any questions you might have and really just know who's watching and talk to you a little bit about virtual reality and how we can provide it as a service. Now, our purpose as a company is to provide virtual reality to as many people as possible, but by putting them in the best possible VR experiences and applying VR to the arts and industry. And a lot of times, what we find is when you do what you love, and a lot of the clients that we work with do what they love, their art is their industry. And so we like to bridge those two together and show them the possibilities and where their businesses might be headed to in the future. Um, Jason and I, happy anniversary, by the way.
Oh yeah, happy anniversary.
Um, Interesting story. So Jason and I, we met at a concert long before we even started Austin VR Lab, and just kind of knew that we were destined to be working together in the future, and didn't really realize it. And I met my wife. Also, we met online, but we met at a concert, and uh, we of course saved the date. And then a few years later, in our history in our timelines, we saw that it was January 27th, but also linked up.
Nice coincidence.
Yeah, also linked up happened to be the same. Another concert that I had met Jason at 2 years prior was also on January 27th. So, yeah.
Getting all teary-eyed over here.
So we actually, and we decided to do our founders show today, not even realizing it was going to be on the 27th. And we're like, wow, the founders show on the 27th. So everything really matched up, linked up, and worked
Love
out
those good
perfect.
synchronicity.
Yeah. Everything always happens for a reason and matches up. Uh, so excited to be doing this. Share
Yeah.
some Austin VR Lab stories. Do you have
Let's
a?
start in. I was gonna say let's start in with the first set of goggles you ever brought to my house, and I was sitting at the house, and he's like, "You gotta check this out." I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "It works with your phone." I was like, "I still have no idea what you're talking about." He's like, "I'll be over there in like 30 minutes."
And I got in the car and I headed over as soon as I could. So Jason and I, we come from a video production background. You know, we've done everything from managed artists. We used to have a business development company for emerging artists, where we were helping artists develop their talents, their brands, and our passion
Yeah.
was making
Music
making
videos, and
yeah.
putting content out there.
So, in making these videos, you know, of course, we're always on YouTube seeing what the latest and greatest was. And I found 360 videos, and then I found that you could put those into a Google Cardboard. So, I ordered a Google Cardboard, and it showed up at my house. And then I showed up to Jason's with this in my
I'm like,
hand,
what the hell is that?
all taped up, ready to go, right? Oh, they put this on your face, dude. You got to put it on.
What did you do to this? Why did it come like that?
Yeah, Jason thought he was like, so you got to tape this thing up, and I was like, no. See, what happened? Like, it's even taped in the middle. Like, I don't want to destroy it any further. This is going to be a relic, one for the
yeah, for sure.
trophy case. Oh, there we go. So, I mean, even the bridge piece of the nose in the middle, all taped up. But I couldn't wait to show him. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna wait and order another one. Well, I ordered another one, but I wasn't gonna wait till it came in.
Right.
So he put it on and showed Jason 360 videos for the first time.
Oh yeah, well in a headset. Now I'd seen them previous, but I never knew you could actually take it, hit a little button in the bottom right hand corner that's similar to this on YouTube, and actually split it stereoscopically, and then put it on your head and look around the room as if you were in the video. So super, super cool.
And of course, our instant reaction was,
How do
how
we
are
get
they?
this camera?
Yeah, how are they doing this?
How do I
We
get this
have to do
camera?
this.
Yeah, so shoot, at that point, the next day I wake up and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go look for one of these cameras. I'm gonna go see what I can do to find one of these things. And I had, I think, about $500 in my pocket. I think it was actually meant to pay some electric bills or something like that. But I was like, you know what? Whatever. I can always go and return this thing if I don't like it. So I shoot off to Best Buy and I was like, hey, do y'all have any of these 360 cameras? And the guy looks at me all kind of crazy. He's like, I don't know how you already know about these things. Like, we just got them in. I've got one left. Like, we only got one. We got two in. Some other guy got it, or we got put on our display, and then we have this one left. And I was like, how much is it? You said $450. And I was like, well, that's convenient. That's perfect. It's exactly what I got. Picked up this camera, got home like, hey, Mo, what's going on? Come on over. Call my other buddy Thomas. I was like, hey, we're going to shoot with this thing. And I think what did we do? We went to Justine's, I think, that
Maybe,
night.
yeah.
Yeah, Justine's with the disco balls and the trees
Yeah.
and everything is
Yeah,
where we
we
started.
did. Yeah. Good old Is Justine still around?
Justine's is still kicking it, man. That is still one of my favorite places out here in Austin if you like some good French food.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
hard to know in these days, like, what's still surviving. Austin's pretty good. We've been doing good. Some of our businesses have closed, but we're trying to, keep in touch with the ones that are still around and help them out and maybe provide some virtual reality for them as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, yeah, we went around and shot with that thing all night, and it is the coolest. It was the 360 Fly.
Yeah,
If I'm not
360
mistaken. The
Fly.
360 Fly is the first one we picked up, and needless to say, I never returned it. We just went forward. And, man, what a journey it's been since then. Numerous cameras since then, and some amazing photography, amazing videos that we've actually been able to shoot with.
Yeah, and I think so. The first artist we were working with, we went and shot the trail lights, and we did the first trail lights video.
First trail lights in 360. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can find that on our YouTube if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, it's still up there. I think it was our first ever YouTube post as Austin VR Lab,
Yeah.
and when we're sitting there brainstorming, we're like, how do we make this a company? Well, obviously we had to incorporate it into our brand and start working with the artists we were already working with. Both Jason and I are a fan of alchemy, and it's not what you could have, it's what you do have. And so we're like, well, let's make the best of what we do have, and how can we create a music video? Like, what's our first music
Can we
video?
shoot music videos with this? Yeah. How do we edit?
Yeah, how do we
Yeah,
edit?
How do we edit this?
We know how to
Yeah.
use Adobe Premiere, and then Adobe Premiere at the time you could not do 360 videos natively.
They
So
did not have all these plugins that they do now.
yeah. And we used Metal. Metal actually
right.
eventually a couple years later, even though we paid for
What was it?
Metal,
Like $600, $800.
I think it was a grand, like with
Yeah,
all
I
the
was gonna say
total
with
plugins.
all the
Yeah.
plugins with it. Yeah.
Yeah, so we buy the plugins and we start rotating cameras and moving them around, and then we reached out to Kenny Richardson, a good friend of ours and artist.
Hey, Kenny.
Yeah, hey Kenny, shout out Kenny. And he had some music that was ready to go that he worked on with Rock Sampson called Holland Dopes.
Yeah.
And we loved the tracks and we loved the music, and we're like, hey, so let's not just create one music video. Let's do a series. Let's show that you can make multiple at a time.
Yeah, let's do a video mixtape. How's that been?
Yeah.
Music video mixtape.
Yeah, the first
360.
virtual reality mixtape. And we're like, well, we got 3 months till South by.
Was that back 2016?
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah.
We got 3 months till South by, and we wanted to do some like at South by and then release them in South by. So we had to sharpen the saw and get our editing skills ready so we could not only shoot during South by, but edit, create the music video, and then release it during that same South by Southwest.
I think we have like 3 computers set up in my living room.
Yeah.
All the way across. Just turned it into the holodeck.
Yeah, and we're just going nonstop, and we were able to create these music videos and kick back a little bit. So we were like, how are we going to show these people these videos? And the cardboard was all right, but we wanted something that was a little bit more stable. So we created the version 1 of the Austin VR Lab headset. We have the version 3 here. And so that's how we wanted to show people how we were going to put them in VR.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, the cardboard is actually cardboard. So Mo,
Cardboard and tape. This
as he
one's
was saying, yeah, when he brought it over to my house, the reason it's got all the tape in on it is because he actually sat on it.
Oh yeah, we didn't get into the story of how it happened.
He actually
Yeah,
sat on
I
it
sat on it.
and brought it over, and then I'm like, "What is this?"
Like, dude, I
And then we're
sat
like-
on it.
So I was like, all right, well, how do we make it better?" And that's what we did. We reached out and found some designers overseas and made our version 1.0, which I just don't have it. I think it's back in the other office right now. And
It's
then,
hanging on the wall over
Oh,
there.
okay, yeah. Then we got the version 2.0 that we came out with. That
That's hanging on the wall.
oh, here.
This is 3.0.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got it all like branded and stamped up.
Yeah.
Here, let me grab that other one.
Yeah, and then if you go back and you check out the VRaaS cast, I believe it's number 4. Or it's in our VRaaS cast live playlist. You can see it where we talk about mobile headsets, how you can jump from mobile headset to mobile headset, how the Austin VR Lab headsets work, and how you can actually do virtual reality on your phone. Definitely recommend going and checking that out and seeing yeah. And then seeing how you can actually do VR on your mobile phone, whether it's through a cardboard or whether it's through an Austin VR Lab headset. So we dropped these 5 music videos in the middle of South by 2016, and we started selling these headsets. And
Running around with backpacks. Yeah, running around with backpacks, just walking up to people. Hey, check this out. Look at this. Look at this. And get every kind of reaction from oh man, no, I already like my reality. Like, whoa, what is that? What is that? To like, then finally be like, all right, let me check it out, and then just being like, oh, what is it? How do I get this? How do I get this? Where do I find one of these? How can I get one of these?
Yeah,
Convenient. Got it in my backpack.
yeah,
What were you selling them for? $60 a piece back then?
yeah. We were selling them for 60 a pop. So, and funny story, even that South by, there's, if you've ever been to a South by Southwest, there's police officers on every corner of every block.
Yeah.
And so we just happened to put it on one police officer, and he put it on his Snapchat, and then all the other police officers, I guess, followed him on Snapchat and knew exactly who we were when we were walking by. We got access everywhere. Barricades started opening up.
Hey, bring that over here.
Everybody wanted to see it. We started selling these to the police officers. Every corner we
That's
hit.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. You had the pull up stop.
Yeah. I mean, cops like pulling up in their cars, popping their trunk, and handing me cash,
wow.
and me handing them boxes of things, and them
throwing them in the trunk.
taking off, and people looking at us like, "What? What did he just sell that cop? What did he just sell him?" It was a great experience South by. I mean, we have so many stories. Another one where it was like 4 o'clock in the morning. I was dropping one of our buddies off. I was so tired from editing videos and selling headsets, and man, I was just ready to call it a day and was groggy. And I pull up to a light, and the light turns green, but there's 4 drunk guys walking across the street, as any South by you'll find at 4 a.m. And I'm like, these guys, now I'm gonna have to wait through this light, wait through the next cycle of lights. And sure enough, these guys, all 4 of them, have a box in their hand. I'm like, what? Wait, what? And they all have an Austin VR Lab headset in their hand, stumbling across the street drunkenly. And at that point, that was like a sign from God that no matter how tired you are, no matter how how much you feel worn down, that there is someone out there that needs virtual reality and that you are affecting with your virtual reality products. So keep going.
Now, what was that? What was that? Was that Lewis the Child?
Yeah. I think that was South by 2017.
Right. Yeah, I think that was the next year.
Yeah, the next year. I mean,
we
we've
were
had
at the
some
convention
great,
center that year. Yeah.
we've had some great South by.
Yeah, terrific South by. It's gonna miss it. I'm excited for it to come back eventually.
Yeah.
Whether it's virtual or like back to being South by, I'm
Yeah,
ready
we have
for it.
some pretty big things planned for 2022 South by when it does come back. We have some big meetings, some big presents. We'll get into that later. That's a little bit in the
Let's
future.
go back
but
to Louis the Child, though. That was a pretty epic story.
yeah, so I out in front of the convention center showing people virtual realities. Two guys walked by. Of course, I didn't know what they looked like. I was a fan of their music at the time, but didn't know who they were, and you wouldn't be able to recognize them. They looked like two regular guys. So I'm showing these two regular guys virtual reality, and they're like, yes. And they buy a couple headsets, and I'm like, all right, swipe your credit card, and swipe the credit card, and in the middle of it, like has to enter his email address for the receipt, and it's a email that I recognize, a name that I recognize, and I was like, "Hey, are you a fan?" He's like, "No, we're them." He's like, "We're."
Yeah.
I was like, "You're Louis the Child," and he's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
we're Louis the Child. Like that's us." And we're like, "Oh my god!" And so we get to talking, and he takes off, and I look down in my hand and still have his credit card in my hand. And so I email him like, "Hey, got your credit card," and then we had to link back up, and yeah, that's how we
Yeah.
met Louis the Child and
Yeah.
got to hang out with them and
Got them in some virtual reality for the
them some
first
virtual.
time.
So
Yeah.
shout
them
out
their
Louis the
first
Child.
yeah, shout out to Louis the Child. Thanks for buying one of our first headsets.
Yeah, that was a fun experience. Um, Again, if you're hopping in and you're watching us live, one of the reasons we do this live is because we want to interact with you. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and drop us some comments, and hit that notification bell. All the things you're supposed to do on a cast that you like, and tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and a Friday. We do We do it a little bit different every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Monday we talk about the coolest, latest virtual reality news, like
Mhm.
what's coming out, what's possible. Wednesday we do shop talks. We talk about our projects, things that we're doing. I think last Wednesday of every month we might even just do this founders show where
Yeah.
we're talking about our story.
Good to see you guys. Yeah, just share a little bit about the past and all the fun times that we've had, on this journey to get to where we're at today.
Yeah. And then on Fridays, we actually hop into virtual reality experiences. So you might have seen Jason racing Andre. Andre has the day off. I know some of you have already met Andre. Andre helps us out. Andre is the person you're going to contact and be in contact with if you're ready to buy something in VR, or, explore the options of how VR is applicable to your business. But he has the day off today. So that's
Yeah.
why another reason we did this founder show is so we would have each other as backup.
Yeah.
And then Fridays we get into VR. So last week you saw Jason racing Andre
Yeah.
on the Coda track
On
live.
the Coda track. Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Way better from the week before where Mo told me the race was over and I ended up hitting a wall and then Andre came back and beat me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Trust no one.
trust nobody. Yeah.
I couldn't see what lap they were on.
Obviously, I wasn't paying attention either.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he won fair and square. That was me.
Yeah. So much so that he next week he came in so confident he wanted to bet sandwiches on it. Andre, thank you for the
I
sandwich.
appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. They were delicious. Ike's, amazing Dutch crunch bread. If you haven't had it, go check it out. Delicious.
Yeah, shout out to Ike's.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Fridays we get into VR, getting some games. As you can hear from, if you haven't seen one before, they are super fun. We're going to be doing another one this week. I don't know if we'll be doing racing. Jason has been practicing on some Final Assault here. Phaser Lock, another great Austin virtual reality company. We love playing Final Assault.
Super cool.
In fact, I like playing chess and I like playing Final Assault. And if you gave me an option, I would probably pick Final Assault because I know I'm going to beat you.
Oh, I mean, I just picked up the game, so week 2, I think I'm coming up. We might have to throw a round in here after we get done here today and give it the good old test it out. See where we're at.
Get you some practice in for Friday.
Oh, I'm ready. Yeah, it's a terrific game. Yeah, it's kind of like Risk and chess meshed together.
Yeah,
where you're taking over a continent and trying to get to other people's base and shut it down.
So every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 11:45, like we've been talking about, we got something different for you every podcast. And sometimes we'll go over the same things, to to show what's new about what we have talked about. So it's going to be a fun time. Hopefully, you tune in. Again, the best
Yeah.
way to do it is to subscribe and hit that notification bell so it reminds you to tune in 11:45, and we do them live so you can interact with us.
Yeah. At the same time, I was going to say, if we got any players out there that are interested, talking to you, hit us up. Give me a shout. Let's bring you over, touch you in, and put your skills to the test. I think
Yeah.
we're going to be deriving a team before too long for a virtual reality league. So hit
Yeah,
us up.
so our virtual reality sports, like that is a another thing that's in the works here at Austin VR Lab. Now, currently when we talk about how we bring virtual reality in as a service, we do this in three ways. So, of course, providing people with hardware, kind of how we started, and then also content creation from we were creating 360 music videos, so now we create full scale virtual reality immersion experiences, whether it's in a game, whether it's in an interactive experience, or whether it's a virtual tour for your store, your art gallery.
Yeah. House or yeah, everything from real estate to art to actually being able to put buy now buttons on the items that you're selling in your store, to where people that aren't really able to get out and go shop right now can actually still come out and have that shopping experience, to where they can get in your store and walk around and touch on the items and get a description and sample it and move it around, look at it, and make a educated buying decision, from the comfort of your own home.
The world is virtual and it's growing even more virtual. If you haven't yet, I think one of the things that another story that really sparked Jason and I to, hey, we should make this a business and move forward, is when we both picked up the book Ready Player
Oh
One.
man, yeah, go read that if you haven't. I know the
Yeah.
movie's all right, but that book is terrific. And I think the new one, Ready Player 2, just dropped,
Ready
right?
Player, I haven't had the time to read it yet.
Okay, yeah, I heard that just dropped.
Yeah.
Go shout out to Ernest Klein.
Ernest Klein, another Austin native. So Austin is huge for virtual reality. And we picked the name Austin VR Lab because we wanted everyone to know where their virtual reality was coming from. But
Yeah,
even being in tune with the community here, the VR Austin community, Alchemy,
mm,
Phaser Lock,
yeah,
it's Ernest. Like, it's been so awesome to be able to work with all these people, but also mingle and interact and figure out how we fit into the virtual reality space. And there's so many content creators out there. We can help bring those content creators to your next project, but also at the same time managing and helping you with your virtual reality services. So that's how the three aspects we do is access to hardware, content creation and distribution, and then managing and training how to use the VR systems and how to implement the VR into your
mhm,
business. And we back, I think, 2007, late 2017, late 2018, everybody's familiar with the term SaaS. And
oh yeah,
Jason and I were having one of our brainstorming sessions. We were like, how about VRaaS? How
yeah.
about virtual reality as a service? So,
That's what it's turning into. So
yeah,
that's where, yeah, kind of launched from there, and it makes perfect sense. Fits into all these new categories that we're working in, and all these new talented people that are needing these type of services to kind of propel their business to the next level.
yeah. And in this climate, one of the things that Ready Player One prophetically claims is why things are going to go virtual. And if you're tuning in 2021, you should probably have a good idea of how the year 2020 has gone for us and how everybody has moved further into the virtual space and how we will keep
Hmm.
moving in this direction. And we're definitely here to help and help make virtual a reality.
That's it. Yeah, how to make virtual a reality. Yeah.
So yeah, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Austin VR Lab, we're bringing you VRaaS, bringing you the latest information, stories about our experiences in virtual reality, and then actually virtual reality experiences. We like to keep them about 20 to 30 minutes long,
Oh,
just so time for you to drop in during your lunch hour and check in with us and interact.
yeah. Yeah. Good seeing you guys. Yeah, been a great time.
Yeah.
I like it. Can't wait to do it again.
Awesome. So this has been a wonderful experience. I'm so glad you stopped by, and we have those virtual reality stories, like, I mean, that was just the tip of the iceberg. We have some stories.
Yeah,
In fact, so far we have 5 years of
yeah. I was
stories
gonna say, I
piled
think a
up.
lot of you guys out there have probably experienced a couple of them. So
Yeah.
looking forward to talking a little more into them as we progress here.
Yeah, here we go. We are ready to bring you a virtual reality. And so the number 27, 127, the number 27 is important to us. I'm watching the timer here. We're at
Yeah,
26 minutes, so
there
we'll
we go.
hold you for another minute so
Yeah.
we can make this one exactly 27 minutes
Thanks for coming
long.
out to the anniversary show, guys, and yeah, we'll see you guys here in the future.
Yeah. Happy January 27th. Again, if you're looking to reach out and experience VR, maybe bring VR to your next exhibition or your company or to what it is that you do, feel free to reach out to us. Either drop us a comment, visit us at austinvrlab.com. And, we actually went ahead and reserved a few more with the VRaaScompany.com, virtualrealityasaservice.com will all redirect you back to austinvrlab.com where you can definitely fill out a form or shoot us an email directly and get in contact with us and learn more about virtual reality and how Austin VR Lab can help.
That's it. Well, guys, it's been a pleasure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see y'all soon.
And ladies, thank you.